Of course, when I start recording, it starts pouring rain with lightning and thunder, as if God Himself is embarrassed by the subject matter. Yeah, that's right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking about Joe Biden. And something rather unique and unusual, and that is Moist Critical, one of the most prominent YouTubers and streamers, actually mocking Joe Biden publicly. I didn't think that was allowed. I thought all of the commie perverts and pedophiles that exist on Twitch, that they didn't allow for commentary about Joe Biden and his numerous gaffes and his just absolutely incomprehensible incompetence. So we're going to be going over that. We're going to be having some fun in this video. And then, if Charlie ever decides to watch this video, I have a surprise for him. Something that I don't know if he's ever seen before, but I cooked up something especially for him in honor of this particular video. So stay tuned after we watch Moist Critical's video, and then I'll play my surprise, okay? All right. Let's get this ready, and let's go.
You guys watch that Joe Biden? Oh my God. I don't know about the whole assault weapons thing, but I thought this was AI generated. We're entering this time period when I see something so unbelievable, I immediately assume it's AI generated. I'm sure most of you saw about the shooting today. And I saw on Twitter that Joe Biden had made a conference to talk about it. And the clip that was floating around was like, I can't believe Joe Biden said this at the beginning of the conference. And I was like, oh, this is going to be like Joe Biden and Trump playing Overwatch or something. And it opens with him talking about fucking ice cream. He said, the only reason I came down here is for some ice cream. And he was making jokes. And he's like, whose kids are those back there? Those are some fine looking kids. Stand up. And I was like, oh, this is a really fucking silly AI video. Nope. And it turns out it's all fucking true. Yeah. Like, that's actually how he started this conference with the school shooting. I about lost my goddamn mind. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't.
Charlie, I hate to tell you this, but this is not unusual. And if you think this is bad, and absolutely, that situation was absolutely atrocious, where a transgender psychopath went in and killed the school full of young Christian children, and, you know, a couple adults. Joe Biden has talked about bombing countries, but then said the wrong country, like at the UN. I'm not kidding you. Joe Biden has mentioned, like, we're going to put sanctions on this country, and it's the wrong country. And the White House has to do, like, damage control afterwards. This is not AI generated, but I can understand why he says that. It might feel like that sometimes. So let's take a look at a couple Joe Biden gaffes.
With the American Airlines Advantage program, your everyday spend can earn you status.
Come on.
Dick!
President,
How are you, pal?
thanks for swearing at me.
I tell you what, easy to swear at you. We've got news. Rashid Sunak is now the prime minister. You're trying your best, but it never feels like enough.
What a stupid son of a bitch.
But guess what? We got a lot to do. You gotta say hi to me. We go back a long way. She was 12, I was 30, but anyway. This woman.
Critical. Did you happen to see that one? Yeah, this tends to happen a lot.
Helped me get an awful lot done. Anyway.
Well, I'm sick and tired of smart guys.
I'm sick and tired of ordinary people being fleeced.
I'm tired of being quiet.
Where I'm sick and tired. I'm just sick and tired. We have this notion that somehow if you're poor, you cannot do it. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Hold on. Let me.
Have this notion that somehow if you're poor, you cannot do it. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids. Wealthy kids, black kids, Asian kids. No, I really mean it, but think how we think about it.
I'm sorry it takes so long, guys, but everyone knows I like kids better than people.
I like... No, I really mean it, but think how we think about it.
I'm sorry it takes so long, guys, but everyone knows I like kids better than people.
I like kids better than people.
Everybody knows I like kids better than people.
Look at Dan. Now, the very important thing I told my daughter and granddaughters, no serious guys till you're 30.
Okay.
Right?
No what?
No serious guys till you're 30.
I'll keep that in mind. At least.
People are waiting for me.
No serious guys till you're 30. The very important thing I told my daughter and granddaughters, no serious guys till you're 30.
Okay.
Right?
No what?
No serious guys till you're 30.
I'll keep that in mind. At least.
People are waiting for relief. I got them $1.9 trillion relief so far.
They're going to be getting checks in the mail that are consequential this week for childcare. A lot has been happened already, number one. Number two, I'm going to fight like heck. Just remind them, I wrote the bill on the environment. Why would I not be for it?
Guess what? Employers can't find workers.
I said, yeah, pay them more. This is an employees bargaining chip now.
Oh my God.
Wall Street. They're going to put you all back in chains.
Oh my God.
They're going to put you all Wall Street. Wall Street.
Decent wage. Unchain
Wall Street. They're going to put you all back in chains.
Oh God.
Here, first, and I thank you. Thank you, Mr. Vice President. I think you know how much it means to me to have you swear me in today, and I thank you. Trust and confidence. I've got a lot of thanks to give out here. First and foremost to my perfect wife, Stephanie, my wonderful son, Will, and my daughter, Ava, already mentioned.
And you guys can sit in the edge or what? I don't want you to have to stand all along.
Oh God. No.
By the way, he gave me permission to touch him.
Oh my God. What the? Oh my God.
Expand your capacity is through the partnership that we have, the federal and state government, along with local governments. This issue is ongoing each year, as we have discussed. It gets worse. It affects real people.
Appreciate it, Mr. Prime Minister.
Oh man. I'm not.
Charlie.
All right. Maybe that's a way of just stopping right there. But I mean, you gotta admit, Charlie, there's some pretty incredible bits in there. I mean, and that's not even all of it. It goes on and on and on. Oh, that guy is such a fucking creep. The way he looks at kids. Jesus Christ.
Couldn't fucking believe it. Here, I'll pull it up real quick. It was baffling. It was actually fucking baffling. This isn't even the whole thing. It really felt AI generated.
My name is Joe Biden.
See, like, even the laughter sounds canned. The laughter sounds canned. I was like, no way. There's no way this is real. There's no way.
Yeah, because it's almost... And I understand why he says that, because it's almost incomprehensible that people would be laughing when you're at a press conference talking about a transgender mass murder that just killed a bunch of children. Like, there was nothing like this for Sandy Hook. Because, and, you know, I'm not going to get too far into the weeds on this, but when it comes to covering tragedies, how outraged the left is and how outraged the media is depends entirely on how they can exploit the situation. So, a transgender shooter, that's not optimal. I mean, you've had so many commentators like David Pakman, the Young Turks, so many of these far left psychopaths, these lunatics, going out there and basically running defense for the transgender shooter. And if you think I'm overblowing it, no, I could pull up David Pakman's video and it would absolutely shock you to your core what people are saying. And they're trying to excuse this, trying to bring up every other shooting. Like David Pakman's thing was, well, there's been a bunch of white people that have shot and killed, people. So therefore, this shooting isn't really that big of a deal. It's just, don't get me started on that, because I swear to God, these people are just soulless. But yeah, when the media can't exploit a situation, they either bury it or they try to deflect from it. So, for Sandy Hook, you would never have a press conference like this. It would be a serious, somber tone. It would be completely down to brass tacks. What are we going to do to get rid of guns? What are we going to do to get rid of, Republicans who disagree with whatever? My point is that the tone of this is laughter. They're joking. They're having a good time because they don't care. Because they will run defense for one of their own no matter what they do. And you may think I'm being hyperbolic, but I'm not. At least I don't think so. I've seen this time and time again.
And I ate Jenny's ice cream, chocolate chip. I came down because I heard there was chocolate chip ice cream.
Keep in mind, this is after a fucking shooting that took the lives of multiple children. And this is how he's starting it off, like it's a Netflix comedy special. I swear to God, I thought it was AI. I thought I was being pranked on Twitter and I was about to be the victim of misinformation or whatever. But it's fucking real.
By the way, I have a whole refrigerator full upstairs. You think I'm kidding? I'm not. God. Ben, how are you, pal? One of the best guys in the United States Congress, Ben Cardin.
It sounds like you're watching the Amanda Show. Like, it sounds like on Nickelodeon for the fucking Amanda Show, every time something happens and they're like laughing or clapping. It is fucking surreal.
Folks, welcome to the White House.
It's so part, but
I began to speak, and the reason I spent a little time in the kids, I just want to speak very briefly about the school shooting in Nashville, Tennessee. Ben and I have been doing this
Man, what a flip. Thanks to the 10 gifts. Thing is crazy here.
So, your school.
And who are those good-looking kids back there? Are your kids, all four of them?
What the fuck?
Well, stand up, guys.
What the fuck? It's so bizarre.
Well, it is bizarre, Charlie, but it's not unexpected because Joe Biden is a creepy, demented pedophile. And it's not just this one video. It's not just this one clip. I could bring up hundreds of others where he has inappropriately talked to or touched little kids. And, yeah, it's absolutely disgusting.
Well, I want you to know...
Just look at this! President Biden remarks on Nashville school shooting, and this is a live report. It's a circus. It's crazy. So this is right after he was talking about his ice cream. I only came down here because I heard about that fucking delectable ice cream. I can't wait to get in there and just go turbo piggy mode on it and eat ice cream. Hey, those kids back there. 4 kids. Whose kids are they? Stand up, kids. Can we get a round of applause for these kids? All right, sit back down. Talking about kids, there was a school shooting today. It's not the same event, is it not? I'm pretty sure it is, right?
All right, this very soul of the nation. And we have to do more to protect our schools. So
it's the same event. What are you talking about? You're lying. You're making shit up.
The shooter in this situation reportedly had 2 assault weapons and a pistol, 2 AK-47.
I just want to interject here. Joe Biden said assault weapons, and then he said he had 2 AK-47s. 2 AK-47s. This is the point. The term assault weapon means nothing, and by the way, Joe Biden, you disgusting, creepy, pedophilic weirdo. No, he didn't have 2 AK-47s. Maybe if you stop focusing on fucking ice cream and focused on details that actually matter and saying the names of the victims who were murdered, and if you want to talk about guns, at least get it fucking right. I know your brain doesn't have much space these days. Your hard drive is at max capacity, but Jesus Christ.
So
How fucking tone deaf do you have to be to start an address like this with this kind of serious...
I'm surprised Charlie didn't step in to correct it. I mean, I'm guessing he doesn't know, but 2 AK-47s? Really?
Subject matter with talking about ice cream and telling some kids to stand up so people can clap for them. Fucking crazy.
BetterHelp gives you access to over 20...
Okay. So, yeah, fuck these commercials. Okay. So, to end things off, I have a treat for Moist Critical. I know how much you like James Corden. I know he's your favorite guy. So I happened to find a video that combined this topic with James Corden.
As a British talk show host based in America, I've come down to the White House to get to the heart of American politics and see if anybody working in here could use a well-earned break.
That's right, buddy.
I'll spend my day cooking for the staff at the White House. Here we go, look at that! 9 minutes. This is Take a Break, White House edition.
Come in.
Mr. President.
Well, how are you?
I'm very well, so good to see you. Now, listen, I'm here at the White House today, and I really want to be of service.
Oh,
and the job that I think is for me is to be your assistant. Your next meeting is in 30. Your next meeting.
Let me see.
While you talk.
So basically,
Hey,
James
so
Corden
what
does
happens
an extremely unfunny series of
Well, I thought something you could do.
segments.
A lot of this. How are you? Put it up on eBay.
My kids, when they were young.
Diplomacy good. Where's the new Kardashians? on
Where
Hulu?
is...
Unless we need to lie. 2 fried eggs. All right. I am not in control. On that phone on speed dial. We could call Boris. We could call Boris Johnson. Check
Boris always talks to me all the time.
had Boris Johnson's head.
Yeah.
On it's, yeah, it's like, no, it's 11 a.m. Oh,
Excuse me. Hello?
what's that about?
About war and legislation.
Legislation.
Yeah, legislation, but there's a lot
A lot of legislation. Anyone else who's got a question? Yes.
The president has used the Strategic Petroleum Reserve. Is he
Yeah.
watching gas prices, and will he tap the SPRO again?
I don't think it's for me or you, Jenny, to talk about how quickly can you get something done here, do you think? Like, if you said, I want an ice cream, how quickly would I... That sends an ice cream.
Well, we'll see.
Stop. I mean, that is rapid fast. That is... Thank you so much. Can I get a couple of these for the road as well? You can just leave them. How quickly can you...
So, Joe Biden has a button on his... Well, they swapped out the nuclear codes with the ice cream button. Well done. Well done. But yeah, that was a little treat for Moist Critical. Moist, if you want to watch the entire video, you can. You can absolutely go watch it. It's on James Corden's YouTube channel. So, yeah, that'll do it for today's video, ladies and gentlemen. It's just a little bit of fun. Some good nature ribbing, making fun of Joe Biden and James Corden, all in a good day's work. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I will bid you guys a good day, and I will see you next time.